Good matchup right away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Randall Cobb on the return.
Between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, their two-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season now from Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
When we talk about the best dual quarterbacks in the NFL, don't leave Deshaun Watson out of the conversation. 2 straight years he's been a Pro Bowler. Excellent numbers again last season with 26 touchdown passes, 7 more added on the ground, and firm leadership.
And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
4 yards on the pick.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
The debate about Kirk Cousins continues to rage both among Vikings fans and fans around the league. But when you look at his numbers, you think this is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Last year broke a string of 4 straight 4,000-yard passing years with the emergence of Dalvin Cook in the backfield. So while those numbers dropped, he was still solid throwing the football. 26 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions. Now he just got to develop an extra target on the perimeter in order to get his numbers back to the previous levels.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
That's good.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. Touchdown, Vikings. Tajay Sharp, 60 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
He's got a man complete, and all the way down to the 39. A big-time play there for the Texans. 41 yards.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 more on that one and another first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Throwing again is Watson. It's caught, Stills, right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Again, it's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans have taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use it because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now Abdullah, the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Madison running on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to run.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the Texans' 35-yard line.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's Mannion. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Chad Beebe, 35 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. So close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap for McCarron. Stepping up. He'll try and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
26 yards.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
A loss of 6 yards.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for... And got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins there to make the grab. And the Texans have broken the tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Returning it, Johnson. Able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing is Mannion. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. This is Johnson. He's got it. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. B.C. Johnson, 63 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
And here comes the Texans now. And let's look at their pass. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A gain of 30.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. McKinnon here, it's complete. And shedding his way forward. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, 1st down.
Houston.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. We'll run with a former All-Pro. This is David Johnson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
It's a gain of 10. And the Texans 1st down.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll head down. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3.
And to kick off for Houston.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
3-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Ross Blacklock brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Throwing on second and long. Mannion on the crossing route. Complete. That's Johnson.
Complete.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Brings up third.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
McCarron on first down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 27.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Working from the gun here. McCarron toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. McCarron now on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Back to the air on second down. It's McCarron. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now here's McCarron on third. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down.
Brian Anger.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now here's Johnson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. They're now off to the races down the right side. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Johnson now returning. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jaleel Johnson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Randall Cobb, 31 yards. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Brings up
2nd and 10 now from the 27. ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Out of the backfield, he was trying to get that to Alexander Madison. But now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne, 73 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a three-possession game and all but put things to bed. So first and 10 now from the 30. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He won't go down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Again, it's Johnson. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they are silly, and it leads to a play action set. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now second and 13. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 40-yard line.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Chad Beebe that time. And that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The throw over the middle, taken in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with third and 1. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mannion will throw complete to Beebe.
That's good.
First down now with that clock rolling. They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll get this underneath to Madison. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
I'm not not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Tonight's final
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all. The players on your team, quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's been a rough year for folks all across this great country, but football's back. The Texans and Chiefs, 2020 season underway. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
What's up, man?
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
16-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
That's good.
15 yards on the play, first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for KC. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
At their own 33-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he'll throw right away on the slant, complete to Hopkins. 30, 10, touchdown, Houston.
Watson's pass complete.
DeAndre Hopkins, 67 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Fairbairn good with the extra point. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with 1st and 10. Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up second.
These two quarterbacks in this one, Mahomes and Watson, so much in common. Drafted 2 picks apart from one another in 2017. Mahomes going 10th to Kansas City. Watson at 12 to Houston. Both Pro Bowlers early in their careers, of course. And Mahomes has the MVP and a Super Bowl ring, so he kind of has the leg up to this point. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 30.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Mahomes pass.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for only a couple. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. They go back to the ground with Williams. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, they're going to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Intended for.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
Chiefs 10.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
Well, credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the... field goal attempt that went through.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A nice run there on first down as Henry uses his size to plow forward. Call it a pickup of 7. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10.
Watson's pass complete to Tyreek Hill. First and goal at the.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath, but nowadays they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
That was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Pass complete to
From 8 yards out, and the Texans have retaken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
Kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the kicking team.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, now they'll try to pile on. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it's 21-10. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Tackled at the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chief.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind it as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today. Plus, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
To kick off for Kansas City.
And this carries into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston.
Watson's pass complete to
Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Our game here at Arrowhead, the first of some great matchups here in Week 1. You've got Miami at New England in year 1 after TB. And you've got the first ever Las Vegas Raider game as they travel to Carolina. You've got the aforementioned Mr. Brady and his Buccaneers taking on New Orleans. And then, of course, the debut of SoFi Stadium Sunday night. How about this for an opener? The Dallas Cowboys and the LA Rams. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. But it'll be second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up second.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A quick slant to Hill. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Texans push further out in front.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, So they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
Amy Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Well, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And it's complete to Kelce. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The player is in.
How did they get that done?
Butker now to add the extra point.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Those spinning away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Texans take over 1st and 10.
Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
10 more there and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Short of the goal.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on? That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown.
To
DeAndre Hopkins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
42. Chiefs.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Hardman on the return. And he returns this to the 22.
Nicole Hardman on the return. The Chiefs take over first and 10. At their own
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Mahomes pass complete. Fumble on the play.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball and knock it free.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. Williams loses the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
He is good.
And he's got it up and through. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Hardman on the return. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Travis Kelsey.
I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelsey fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, fourth in the NFL. I think he's one of the gold standards in the league for the tight end position, and I don't know if anyone has any more fun playing the game than Travis Kelsey.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. The big fella.
All you got to do is look and learn.
And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. 4 down. Check 26, check 26. Check 26, check 26.
Now Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Demarcus Robinson.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4.
28-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
On the play. brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is caught, Watkins. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets...
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelce had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Houston set to take over. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter. They run with Henry on 1st down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard.
Brought down at the 26. 1 yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Delay of game, offense.
This is unbelievable.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
Delay of game penalty. Ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Texans. 51 yards.
A 51-yard gain.
That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
4 yards.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Tonight's final score.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Texans, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.